So guys, hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Charlotte. Hello, nice to meet you and thank you for watching. So today's video is completely different to what I've been doing, what I've ever done, and I'm actually quite excited to film this one. So I basically started a Slim World. When did I start it now? September. Right at the beginning of September, so I've now been doing it for 2 months, and I just basically want to talk to you guys about what I eat, how much weight I've lost, why I'm losing weight, and then I've also got a few questions that people have asked me over on Instagram. What I thought I would do is I'll first of all start off with why I'm doing it, why I feel like blah blah blah. If you haven't watched my other videos, then I feel like you kind of would know a little bit of why I'm doing it. So I'm obviously doing it for myself because I don't feel nice in my own body. I don't like my body, and I'm also doing it because we are getting married in June 2022, so I want to be able to fit in a wedding dress and feel nice in a wedding dress and actually like what I look like on my wedding day and not regret what I look like on my wedding day. So that is the main reason, and also because I don't like myself at all. Everyone's been saying, well, you had a baby, it's this, that. Yeah, but that was, he's 6 months old now, do you know what I mean? I need to sort myself out. So I went before I had Charlie because I actually was told that it would help conceive, and it did very quickly. So I went before, and this, like, when I've gone and lost or whatever, I can't remember what they were for. But this was my Slim World book I was handed. So this was last year. God, when did I fall pregnant? July, so way before last year. But inside I've got a few books. The best time to lose weight is the first 6 weeks. You get a massive chunk off. Everybody always does. And then after that, you slowly start sleeping down. So that's when you've got to up your game, and that's when you've got to sort yourself out. So basically, before I fell pregnant with Charlie, I lost half a stone in 6 weeks, which was the 6 weeks thing. So I was absolutely amazed with that. And I actually used to go to Slim World with Craig's sister and Craig's brother, and we used to go Slim World together. So they didn't know I was obviously pregnant. Went to the weigh-in and I put on £6 in a week, and they were like, whoa, like, that's not good. And I was like, oh yeah, I must have been eating loads. Made myself feel so shit, but it was because I was obviously pregnant, and I literally was having cravings for like gravy and literally salt and vinegar crisp or chocolate milkshake, appetizer, all the things that you shouldn't have were my cravings, and it was really annoying. And also just because I took the piss and let myself get this way. So I need to be the one that's going to change this way. 2 seconds. If you haven't tried Fanta Grape, you really need to try it. It's insane. So yeah, anyway. So the whole thing was Slim World. Yeah, nice on stand. Light, whatever you want to call it. So the whole thing was Slim World. You get a certain amount of sins a day, you get a certain amount of healthy B a day, and you get an A choice. So you get 2 A choices, and now it's changed. Before it was only 1, now you get 2. So your A is your dairy, so you get the milk, the cheese, blah blah blah. And then your healthy B is more like wheat. So you could have like a slice of bread with like an egg, like poached. You can have as many eggs as you want, as long as they're not fried in oil or cooked in oil. So you can have 1 slice of bread or 2, depending if you were going to sin it, or you could have 1 wrap, or you could have what else sometimes do I have, porridge. So I have my porridge every morning. I eat porridge, so that's always my healthy B off my list. So pretty much every morning, well, I have the rolled oats, because I either have porridge or I have overnight oats, which I love both. But porridge at the minute, where it's getting cold now, I feel it's just so nice. It's like nice to wake up, have a nice warm meal, and then you literally just feel, you know, nice, full and nice and cozy. And it's nice. I just sit on the sofa with Charlie, and obviously Charlie has his porridge. So yeah, so that's what I've been eating mostly in the mornings, and I always feel like that is my healthy B. It started at the beginning of the day, and then going through to the end, like throughout the day I have a cup of tea. I don't know, maybe I drink, say, about 3 cups of tea a day. I probably have 1 in the morning, 1 midday, and then 1 in the evening. And then I also have a latte in the evening, which is sinned. So I'll go into that in a minute. So basically, You get your 15 sins a day if you're a woman, and you are allowed, I think, to have 20 if you're a man. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm a woman, so I wouldn't know. I just think that's what it was. I'm not an expert in the swim world, so I can't go, you know, too in the details. But so I try and stick to 10 sins a day, and under. So sometimes I have no sins a day, or sometimes I'll have like, I don't know, 8. Sometimes I do go over, and obviously like on the weekends, like a Saturday or something like that, I always do have a treat, and that's always. So I'm going to just go to the questions now, because I feel like some questions will just answer these things anyway, and I want to answer all the questions just so people, you know, it doesn't look like I'm ignoring them. Okay, so how many questions should I get asked? 1, 2, oh. I haven't screenshot them, so they're just on my story. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I got asked 5 questions, which is fine because it answers most of the questions that I'm going to be putting up here anyway. So my first one was, do you have a cheat days or eat good all the time? So obviously you don't. If my thing is, I will crave it really, really bad if I don't have the cheat day. So this week I had my cheat day on a Tuesday, not yesterday, sorry, a Monday, because we had a power cut. I have an electric cooker, my microwave obviously didn't work, nothing worked, and where I live is a small village and there's only a certain amount of things, so the chip shop was shut on a Monday. I don't know why that always is, but they always seem to be. So the chip shop was shut, so I couldn't have that. The Chinese was rammed, like it was literally like 2-hour wait. So we had to have a kebab, and I literally had chicken shish to the meat. I had all the salad, I had a little bit of mayo, and I had a pita bread, which is fine. Like, it's quite highly sinned, but it's so much better for me than having fish and chips or a pizza, or, you know, so I went for that, just meat, and obviously the spices would be sinned because I don't know what they've put in it. So yes, I always have a cheat meal once a week. To begin with, I did 2 weeks without anything, any cheat meals. And then I just wanted something. It was that, I don't know, it kind of pushes you to not want something, but then when you get it, you're like, like, I'm happy I had that now, because now I won't want it for a long time. Or you feel shit after eating it, so you're like, oh god, I don't want to eat that again, you know. And obviously with drinks, I only drink stuff that's sugar free, or was sweetened, so with sweeteners, because you're allowed to have as many sweeteners as you want, but you're not allowed to have sugar. Someone put, what do you snack on? So this is actually a really good one. So if I snack on anything, it's usually fruit, sugar-free sweets, which you get in like a little box. I got mine from Aldi, they're like 90p for loads of them. So I usually have like one of those, like, to get the sweet, you know, get something sweet in your mouth, and it feels sweet, but it's actually really good for you. Well, it's obviously not really good, but you know, it helps. It's better. That it's better for you than normal sweet. And then I also have rice cakes, so I love them with the chocolate on, but they're 4 sins per rice cake. So if I have a day that's not been sinned all day, then I tend to have 2 rice cakes in the evening with like a latte, or and then I will use all of my 15 sins, but it makes up to like 14, something like that. So I usually have all my sins, and then, well, 14 sins, and then that's like kind of another cheat for me, I suppose. Like, I feel like that's a cheat, but I'm not cheating because I'm under my sins. So you do kind of feel like you are cheating, but you're not, because it tastes so good. It's just unbelievable. Okay, so what's your favourite quick meal? Okay, so my favourite quick meal to cook, Slim World, there's 2. So it would be stir fry, because it's so quick. I literally just put the frying steak in the pan, cook it up, and then I just add, I usually get the mushroom stir fry, so I'll whack that in, and then I'll use like a sauce or a bit of soy sauce, you know, whatever. So that's probably my quickest. Or a jacket potato, whack it in the oven, microwave for 6 minutes, whack it in the oven for 5 minutes with a bit of fry light on top and a little pinch of salt, put it in the oven, it crispies up within literally like 4 or 5 minutes. Then you take it out and you can put whatever you want with it. Jacket potato, I always have some, not always, I'll probably say like twice a week, because I just feel like it's so filling, because you can have all salad with it, you can have tuna, beans, spag bowl or chili if you've got anything left from the night before. So I had stir fry today, so then I will have stir fry tomorrow for lunch, because I know that it's not sinned, so it kind of helps. And then someone also said, what will you have for breakfast, lunch, dinner and snacks? So they've asked me basically what I have for a whole variety through a day. So what I will do is I will pop up here, I'm going to go through what I eat. I've got pictures on my phone. I tried to do 7 days. I think I might have got 8, so you know, it helps. But it's hard because I didn't do breakfast, lunch and dinner. So basically where I have the same thing for breakfast, I basically just took a picture once for you guys to see, which I will show you in just a second. So that question will be answered in just a moment. And then someone put the favourite meal. So it's basically the same, because I always eat the same meal. I always like try and stick to similar meals. Okay, so if I show you what I had, this isn't tonight's stuff. It's rice noodles, so it's not egg noodles, because they're a lot worse for you. I don't know how, but rice is less sinned, so I use rice noodles, even though they look like egg because they're in the teriyaki beef stir fry. Like, let me turn my brightness up, for God's sake, it looks like crap. So that you can't, oh, you can see it well. So that's it. Like, I literally have, it comes with little sweet corns, little peas, mushrooms, red peppers, quite a lot of stuff, and it's really, really, really filling. So the next thing I'm going to show you is my breakfast. So for breakfast, I either have the Biscoff porridge, I'm telling you now, it's insane, or I have the overnight oats. So they're both really, really low sins. I think it's like 0.5 sins for the fruit yogurt, because I have a fruit yogurt. If you have plain yogurt, it's nothing. So fruit yogurt is 0.5 sins or 1 sin. I can't remember how much, depends how much you use. So I put in like these little jars here, which you guys can see. It's like a little mason jar, and then I top it with fruit before I go to bed, and then focus. I do it before I go to bed, and then it's ready in the morning for me in the fridge. So that's a really, really quick and easy one. Like if you're going or doing something the next day, best thing to do would probably be like cook it, you know. I have got a jacket potato actually, so that's my jacket potato there with coleslaw. I think it was like before I had to go food shopping, and it was like the only thing that I had in. So you will see I use one of my healthy A's. So I use one of my healthy A's for the cheese, and I use coleslaw, but the coleslaw was a low fat coleslaw, so it was okay with sins wise, which was really, really good. So that would kind of be what I'd have for lunch on, sorry, I've not got corona, I've got a really dry mouth because I talk too much. So I'm just going to jump right in with my favourite meals. Let me just show you my breakfast. So if I showed you, right, do you know what? Right, what I'll do is I'll pop up on screen here the meals. So basically in the morning I either have Biscoff or I have the overnight oats. So I'll pop both pictures up here, and oh my god, how good does that Biscoff look? So what I do with the Biscoff is I'm so sorry. What I do with the Biscoff is cook the porridge on the pan with water, and sometimes I use a splash of milk, depends how I'm feeling, if I want it really creamy, or because it's got the Biscoff in it, it doesn't really matter anyway. My camera keeps going off all the time, like just randomly. Pour half into the pan, so you can have a level tablespoon, which is the bigger spoon obviously, of Biscoff spread. So I scooped that out before, just so I know roughly how much I can have. And then what I do is I put half a porridge into the bowl, and then I swipe a little bit off of my finger of the Biscoff. Then I take the rest on, and then I place it all neatly around, and then I crush half a Biscoff biscuit. So they're I think they're 0.5 sins each or something stupid. So literally a point of a sin each. So I literally do that, I crush it with the back of the spoon and I sprinkle it over, and then a whole banana as well. So I usually have that for my breakfast. And then with the overnight oats, it's just a layer of porridge oats, not cooked. So you put porridge oats, yogurt, porridge oats, then I usually put yogurt and then fruit, or you can do it either way. Sorry, I don't put yogurt, I just put porridge, yogurt, porridge and then fruit, because I don't like that much yogurt because it's sinned. So those are always my go-to breakfast. For dinner, so answering what my favourite meals would be. So this is if I'm going to have a kind of a cheat evening, and I've basically took these photos for you guys over the last 2 weeks. So this here, I'll pop it up on the screen. I keep thinking I'm going to show you guys. I'll pop it up on the screen. So what I've got is 3 slices of belly pork, a packet of microwave rice, which I pop in the microwave, but that is actually egg fried rice. So I put, like you cook a scrambled egg, but I don't add milk. Put it into a pan, mix it around, it will go like scrambled, add in the microwave rice and then move it around for a little bit and it's cooked. And then I've also got roasted vegetables, which I absolutely love. And then the next one, this is so good. So this is what I get from the butchers. I then go into the butchers and I'll say, please can I have a kilo of diced lamb, no fat? And they're like, yeah, that's fine. So they give me that. I pop it in the slow cooker, probably for about 4 hours. Then I drain the juice, the fat out, whatever you want to call it. And then I add in Mayflower, curry powder and hot water and mix it together, and then let it get thick, so let it thicken. And then I also have a pouch of rice, which is literally very, very low sin. I think the rice is like 1.5 sins for a pouch, so you're really okay. Or if you have boiled rice, I think it's actually free. But I just find the microwave rice so much easier with Charlie. I'm always doing something, so and the slow cooker meal is just so easy to do. So for my favourite meal that I've cooked so far, there's a spice website you can go to called Spice and Tice. And you literally feel like you're having KFC. It is unbelievable. So you can go on there and you can buy a southern fried chicken mix, herb it's called. And then so you just get breadcrumbs yourself. So I got the southern fried ones from Asda, and then as you weigh them out, it works out to be roughly whatever per piece of chicken. I think it was like 2 sins per chicken. So I think I had like 3 bits, I think. Yeah, because I had coleslaw, so I had 3 bits, and then I sinned the coleslaw as well. So I think this meal is probably about 5 sins, with a tiny bit of knob of butter on the sweet corn. So I don't actually know how many sins, if I had my both my A choices that day or not. So it doesn't matter anyway. It works. The steak, the egg, which is cooked in fry light, peas and mushrooms. So I'll show you that. That's basically all the pictures I have took of what I've eaten. When I remember that I'm going to film this video, which I feel so bad now, I should have really took more. But if you go on my Instagram, I probably will post what I'm eating every day for you guys from now on. Probably won't post breakfast as much because it's just the same thing over and over. But yeah, so basically when I started this, I have actually lost 1 stone 14 pounds when I weighed myself on Saturday. So I haven't weighed myself yet, and I'm going to weigh myself on Saturday again. So every Saturday is going to be my weigh day before I had the treat, because then I think it's fair. Obviously I had a treat on Monday, which probably might show, but we will see. So I don't really want to say to you guys how much I weigh, but I will be telling you guys how much I lose over the time. When I get to my goal weight, I will then tell you what weight I am. Hopefully that won't be too long, and hopefully I can get there by Christmas, but fingers crossed, and let's hope we do. So guys, if you have any questions, please do pop them in the comments. I will name down below the Spice and Tice. I'll see if I can get the link, and if I can, I'll pop it there for you guys. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you don't already, and I will see you on Wednesday.